ಆಶಾ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಮಾತನಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ. ನಿಮಗೇನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಏನಾದರೂ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ.
At the outset, I sincerely thank my dear friend Kapana for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. You know, I'm 1 year old in this moment, and I have many followers. And I'm so happy to see my friend, late Dr. Chitra Narasimhan's sister, Rekha. It all started with her death, actually. I lost my friend Chitra Narasimhan. We both used to play cricket, and we knew each other right from 10th standard. Okay, a friend of that magnitude, and 50 years friend. I lost her after a 6 years battle with cancer. And then that particular day, there was a webinar. You know, it was a global webinar. I'm supposed to be an authority on breastfeeding the worldwide. I'm listed as 150 in the who's who in World Alliance on Breastfeeding Action. And during that time, I could not continue the webinar, okay? And every time the person was asking me some questions, and I could not continue the webinar. And in the chat box, I had messaged, like, I'm going through a very stressful and personal tragedy. Can I get out? And immediately Dr. Rupal Dalal, who's my angel, my mentor, and everything for me now, she immediately sent a message saying that you have to continue. And I'm there for you, whatever it is. We'll try to, reclaim your emotions and come back a little later. And that's when I started discussing with her about my health. And at that precise point, I haven't deleted Chitra's number, and it's still there. And I had written to Chitra, don't you eat fruits, Chitra? I just came to know it destroys the liver. And then she sent me a message saying that I have got intense jaundice, Sasha. I'm going to Mr. Kannan and all that. I work in Haroli, incidentally. So I'd sent my brother, Naveen Benkappa, to meet her. She was very bold. A few days after that, she passed away. And during that time, this friend of mine, she said, what is your problem? I had bilateral swelling of the legs, you know. And I had got my test done. That's why I've just given you all these forms, just to make you aware. And I got the test done, and my ALT, you know, it's one of the enzymes in the liver, was raised. And my edema was too much. And during that time, my husband was living in the farmhouse because of the COVID and things like that. And my son said, nothing doing, Amma, you go to your endocrinologist, who's a renowned endocrinologist in Mysore. You go get it checked up. When I went there, he calls me Ammi. ಅಮ್ಮಿ ಏನು ಹೆದರ್ಕೋಬೇಡ, ಬೆಳಗಿನ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಕಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀಯ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂತ್ರೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಬರ್ತೀಯ ಅಂತಂತ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ಫಿಸಿಷಿಯನ್, ಓಕೆ. And then Kapana has given you my biodata. I've been got a lot of gold medals and awards and all that. And then I said something is wrong with me. Then he said it's old age. Calf muscles are failing. That's why I got edema. And this was rankling my mind. I said something is wrong with me. And I sent this global friend, Dr. Rupal. Immediately she said, Asha ma'am, your health is in a very bad position. You're in liver failure. Your diabetes has advanced. So how do you take this? You know? And then I told her, what do I do now? She said, nothing doing. I'm sending you something, and then you will start November 1st. She went on telling me October 14th, 15th, like that. I said, no, I need some time to recover from my personal tragedy. And on November 1st, because that's Rajotsava Day, I went on this program. And I stand boldly at the end of 1 year. And she sent me CGM. It's called as continuous glucose monitoring. And then she sent me 4 sensors. The whole thing, package had costed her 20,000 rupees. And that is what turned my life. And I enrolled for a program called Low Carbs, High Fats, Transforming Lives. The fees for this program for 3 months is 1 lakh. So I'm sharing it here all free because of Kapana, okay? So you know how close Kapana is to me. Now I want all of you to raise your hand and tell me how many of you are healthy. Okay, I'll discuss with you. What makes you think you are healthy? I'll just ask, okay? That makes you think you're healthy. Are you on any drugs? Okay, next. Uh, 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 are you taking any medication? You? Okay. I just want you to measure your uh, waist circumference. Okay? You have what is called as this is the waist and this is the hip circumference. Okay, just measure. Those of you who think you're healthy. And just see in that adult nutrition form which I have given you, what is your waist circumference? In inches. Incidentally, I want to tell you, my waist was 50 inches, and today I'm 37 inches. Yeah, so in that form I had given you, no, does it say that it is, you're right? Not come. Okay, the next person can also do it. So what we tell in the community is, you just take this tape, simple tape, which is going to tell you your health. The most simplest thing I can suggest. Many of us assume that we are healthy. Okay, recently I asked a person, why do you think you are healthy now? ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ 7 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಅದೆಂಥದ್ದು ಚುರುಮುರಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 ಪೆಗ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆವರೆಗೂ ನಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. That's not health, I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll just go over to the definition of health now because ನಾನು ಟಾಕಿಗೆ ಪೀಠಿಕೆ. Many of us don't know what is health. Okay, next one. Lights on the podium lights off Madia. Yes, next one. ನೀನು ಇದು ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. Okay, WHO defines health as a state of physical, mental, spiritual, environmental health. A person who is free from illness and disease. That's what the World Health Organization says. Next one. But I believe in, next one, I believe in health is internal and external. Okay, we have an internal health and we have an external health. Stress, lot of music, some shout, traffic, chaos, honking, all that is external health. And also the garbage that you throw. I have a lot of patients with dengue. Okay, I don't know how many of you saw today on WhatsApp, the groom has got dengue and the wedding is being performed in the hospital. We are praying that he doesn't die. Because if a groom has been hospitalized, that means to say we call dengue with warning signs. So that's how health is, external health, and for which you are responsible. You eat a Lay's packet, you throw it, and expect somebody to pick it up. You drink tender coconut, throw it, the mosquito grows there and dengue comes in. And health is an attitude, It's an attitude. You just, I have that attitude. I have a few of my patients who have come here. They're going to share your experience. People keep saying I'm healthy. And it is not static. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರಂತೆ. These are the things that we hear from people. Okay, next one. Okay. Lifestyle diseases has become a new epidemic. Okay. See, 2 events in my life I share it because I fear no one. I live for myself. Chitra passed away on October 14th. And before that, she knew that I had attempted suicide. And she used to call me 10 times a day, despite her cancer. I retired from a very high position in government, and suddenly the retirement stared at me. I was without friends. I had to exit from all the WhatsApp groups. Went in for the worst depression one can think of, and tried to attempted suicide. Okay, people say Asha Benkappa, she's resilient, she's that, this, and all that. Why am I sharing this? Because I want all of you to communicate. There's a wonderful room, wonderful opportunities. What has happened? We have become social media addicts. Believe me, I switch off my mobile at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. And people keep on telling me, we tried to contact you. There was an emergency. I said, I have a life of my own. Okay? This mobile, we don't know what all diseases you're going to get. We don't know. I can tell you a lot of diseases, but be aware. You have to get out of social media addiction. We have pandemic. We have decreased sleep. Sir, can I ask you to go and answer outside? We have decreased sleep. We have anxiety disorder. Somebody dies, immediately you start thinking, Nodi nan ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ BP checkup ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, I get a health checkup done, all my parameters are right. Yeah, my parameters were also right. I'll tell you why, what the lobby is doing. Then you have this fast food, Zomato, Ziggy, junk food, commercial food market, hybridization, refrigerated food. Recently the vegetables are grown are rich in chromium, selenium. You know, you have, I'm working in Ramnagar district. The kind of pesticides, the kind of sprays the farmers use, you will be shocked. Okay? So unless we are cautious about our health, we can't progress. And these are the other things. Next one. Next PowerPoint. Okay, these are the key indicators. You know, I just made a few of you to have your waist hip ratio, then a body mass index and all that. See, science has changed so much. I've done 3 months of adult nutrition course, and I have spent 1 lakh, I told you. And many of the doctors stop after a certain time and say there's no need to learn anything. Okay, all these years we were talking about body mass index, but now it is ideal weight. I'll be getting into all that. Next one. So this is, look at the high risk waist to hip ratio, women state-wise. Please, I'm a very distractible speaker. May I request all of you to either switch off the mobiles or put them in the silent mode. Okay? Really, ever since Kapana has been chasing me, I have done more than 50 revisions because I was on the laptop for the past so many days. How do I reach? You know, because I have to simplify it, a complicated subject. Nobody knows about adult nutrition. And this is the status. You know, we are all sitting quietly and thinking, oh, I'm healthy. Next one. This is the waist hip ratio of women in this country. Next one. Shall I go there only and talk? That fellow is not knowing when I say next one. Okay, very nice food. Very nice. Okay? Everybody keeps on asking me, when I go to the wedding now, for the past 1 year, I make a quick go wish the couple come out. ಏನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಬಿಸಿಬೇಳೆ ಬಾತು, ದೋಸೆ, 15 ಥರ idli. Okay, we've been eating filth. And it's going to take generations. My guru, Dr. Rupal Dalal, says that it's going to take generations and until we make more and more people unhealthy. So that's it. I'll be getting into all that later. Next one. So what are the factors affecting health? We have now realized it is food. You know, it is food that is killing us. I stand here. I have experimented on myself. And Rupal said, I chose you because you believe in health before profits. I have never found you a commercial person. I could have commercialized what I'm doing. We did have a person, low carbs person, who died of a massive heart attack. Okay, and The movement went down a little bit. It was really not doing that. Okay, I don't want to mention his name. So food is 80% and the rest is, immaterial. And the last one is genetics. I have many people come for me for counseling now. And they said, illa, ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ರೀ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸು ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಇದೆ ಇದು genetics. There's a new terminology coined now. It is called epigenetics. It's called nutrition and environment. We don't have genetics. Even for me, people were saying, everybody in my family is a diabetic. And that's why I'm diabetic. No, I'm sorry. It has not got anything to do with genetics. That I have proved at the age of 65 and a half. Next one. Okay, what was my journey? I was diagnosed with diabetes in 1995 at the age of 13, 7 years. Dr. Benkappa, late Dr. Benkappa, is my beloved father. I call him Appaji. He was shattered. And for 1 month, he stopped eating sweets, saying my daughter has got diabetes. And then slowly, he wrote a letter to me saying that, Asha, I can't stop eating sweets. Is it okay? That was his attachment to me when I got diabetes, And he took me to the best doctors, best endocrinologists. They started me on oral drugs. Whoever is diabetic, I don't want any of you to be diabetic, will ask me oral hypoglycemic agents. And these were the drugs I took. I was asked to eat 5 times a day. And they didn't tell me what to eat. Meticulously, I used to have dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. And in between 11:30 and 5 o'clock, I was something else. Next one. Every time my blood glucose was treated, nobody treated me as an individual. Nobody checked my waist or height or anything. Nobody checked my fasting insulin. Hey, your blood sugar is 300. I'm going to increase from 10 units, 20 units, 30 units. When I stopped it, I was on 60 units of insulin. And believe me, I was on the costliest insulin because I was very scared of putting on weight. I'm a fitness freak, and still I kept on putting on weight. Okay, I was on a Rhizodec, which is a very costly insulin, which doesn't supposed not to put weight, but I was putting on weight. And insulin was started on 11, 11, 11, twice a day till December 19, 2022. So I started on November and December 19. None of the diabetologists told me about low carbs. I was referred to a dietitian and followed the diet religiously. Okay, I do share all the dietitians' recommendations. I'm a fitness freak. No respite. I used to feel very, very bad. ಅವಳು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಪ್ಪ ಇದೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಸಹ್ಯವಾಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. And I always used to wear saris. It caused lot of body shaming for me. And I was going to Talwalkar's gym. I'm a very good swimmer. Everything, but no respite. My weight was 87. And today my weight is 63. My blood pressure was 140 to 149. My doctor, I told you I've gone to the best doctors, myself being a doctor, and my father being a very renowned person. And then, now my blood pressure is 110 to 70 millimeters of mercury. And the doctor told me, you're 60, so your blood pressure would be 140 by 90. That's okay. This is the callous attitude. I had developed severe insulin resistance and obesity. I had reached a stage of severe insulin resistance. I'll be telling you what it is. Next one. Next one. That's me. Can you recognize me? I had put photographs of some of my clients whom I have treated. Some of my clients have lost weight in 3 weeks, 15, 20 kgs. But it becomes an issue of confidentiality. So my daughter-in-law, who's been helping me in this journey, she said, Amma, put your own pictures. Then there will not be any confidentiality issues and all that, okay? And that's me. That's me on November 1st, 2022. I just want you to know where all the fat has accumulated. Okay? This is insulin resistance. Nobody told me this. Hey, gym go, innu jump mado. How much can you do here with 85, 86 kgs weight? And that is just 3 months later. Okay? I'm still low now. Okay? Just when I told Rupil, wish me good luck in case I get stuck, I'll make a call. She's NRI. Okay? She lives in California. And then She said, Asha ma'am, you don't worry, I'm always there for you. Okay? So that's how it is in 3 months. Next one. Next one. What are we doing? I am very grateful to the cartoonist, Mr. Kumar. The moment I told him I'm having a talk like this, he immediately sent me this picture. Okay? We are chomping, chomping, chomping all the time. Okay? We want to eat. And the eating will eat us. Okay? That's what that thing tells us. Next one. Avoid eating wrong at all times. We're going to go. Next one. I'm going to interact with all of you. Next one. So we have, these are all classification for a doctor. The most important thing you must know, we are eating excessive carbs, carbohydrates. Excessive, 250 to 300 grams. I've got my students, each one of them will go to the nutrition chart, then I have another chart. What are you eating? Tell me how much carbs. 300 to 400, absolutely looking normal carbs. Okay? And we are so low on proteins. If I get the protein thing done for all of you, India as a country consumes just 0.5 grams of protein per kg. We should be consuming 1 gram because we're all senior citizens. I take 1.2 because I'm on muscle building path, and up to 1.6. We are so low on proteins, and proteins is causing a lot of issues for us. Next one, we are having red fats instead of the good fats. So this is all the investigations. I have done, somebody told me my parameters are right. I had to negotiate with the labs to get fasting insulin done. None of the labs do fasting insulin. Okay? And then they keep on asking, what is this? What is this? So now, sort of, in the past 1 year, the labs around my house and around Harold, in our hospital, we started doing fasting insulin. Fasting insulin is an exact, very, very important component. And people do ultrasound for fatty liver. Okay? And they will tell you fatty liver. Recently, I got my brother-in-law's done ultrasound and fatty liver. And when the sonologist, illa idellargu irutte. Okay, I had fatty liver, now it's all reversed. I mean, I'm shocked. The doctors, when they do the ultrasound, madam, you have fatty liver, you have insulin resistance, please consult somebody. Nobody tells a grade 1 bidi ಏನು ಆಗಲ್ಲ. And that is leading to, now the metabolic liver they are calling. Okay? And those things, next I'll discuss as we go on. Next one, uric acid should be less than 5. Okay, my husband is here, very argumentative, very egoistic. And he believes in, when we initially got married, he used to take banana and say smooth motion agate anta, banana tindashtu motion. Banana is the most dangerous fruit that you're eating. Okay, it causes constipation. And I will be sharing a story. Uric acid levels rise. And nobody interprets the uric acid. So when uric acid crosses 5, you have gallstones, you have kidney stones, and you are insulin resistant, goes up, your blood pressure increases. Because uric acid will attack the nitric oxide, little bit of science, and that nitric oxide is responsible for our blood vessels being nice and trim. But when uric acid level crosses 5, nitric oxide is decreased, hypertension. Okay, each time, I'll show you some models. Each time hypertension, your blood vessels get destroyed. Okay? ಒಂಥರ ಪೈಪಲ್ಲಿ ಕಸ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಟನಲ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ. Coronary artery calcification score, my goodness. I must have spent 3 months to find out about this coronary artery calcification score. Okay, finally I got it done. And it was, people went and said CT scan, 65,000 anta 25,000. Ashtondu ilve illa. It cost just 6,000 rupees. Okay? So, coronary artery calcification is a very, very important parameter in your master health checkup, which is not done. Mine is in a dangerous level. I've been a diabetic for such a long time. I carry my heart medicines. And some people will say, parsinda tegiyoshati satodra hogli bidi. Okay? At least let us know, I say, what is our state. Okay? I'll just finish off now. My husband had come on September 17th or 18th from us. He wanted to be a farmer, and he came on September 14th, 15th to Bangalore. And then Rupal was there. She's working with the CFTRI, Center for Food Technology and Research Institute, to develop a very good protein for the poor people. And then she said, Asha ma'am, has your husband got the test done? She said, no. Then her husband kept on saying, illa, ನಾನು ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ, ನಾಡಿದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. He got the baselines done. He said, illa, ನಾನು ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. You have people coming and taking your samples in the house. And then we got that sample done. Then he said, illa, ನಾನು ಜಮೀನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. And then daughter-in-law told me, Appaji, Amma has asked you to get the coronary artery calcification score done. When are you get? You ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. My God, he went and got it done and he left. And his calcification score was 900. 900 milligrams. It should be 0. Immediately, he underwent angiogram, stent, and a masterly recovery because it was preventive. And he says, ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ 91%, he will tell, we'll ask him to talk. 95% ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ರೈತನ ಮಗ, ನನ್ನ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. So we'll see. Next one. So what happens? This is our normal artery. This is our calcified artery. Okay? I was asking Rupal, I've done so much, can't it be reversed? It can't be reversed. My coronary artery calcification, the calcification that has happened in my heart, cannot be reversed. Okay? I have to get it done again. And if it is more than 11%, I'll have to go for a angiogram and angioplasty / coronary artery bypass graft. Okay? And another thing, people tell you to take calcium tablets. They tell you to take vitamin D3. And those of us who have very high calcium, please don't take. Please stop calcium. I am responsible. And if you're taking vitamin D3 on alternate Sundays, please take it once a month. Or even if you want, every 3 monthly, get your vitamin D and vitamin B12 done and then decide next one. This is how it is. This is the actual picture of what has happened to your coronary arteries, your kidneys, your brain. ಲಕ್ಕ ಹೊಡೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಂತೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ನಪ್ಪ, ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸು, ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಏನೊಂದು 4 ಮಸಾಲೆ ದೋಸೆ ತಿಂದಿದ್ದ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ, ರಾತ್ರಿ ಲಕ್ಕ ಹೊಡಿತಂತೆ. Okay? You know, these are real situations. A life that could have been saved. I'm telling you. Next one. Next one. So these are the checklists which I've given you. I don't want to spend more time on it. We can have a lot of interesting discussions. Next one. Okay? These are the checklists. Okay? I felt so good that the organizers, the lady here, she asked me, ma'am, what about your coffee? I said, thank you very much. Okay? And my daughter-in-law was very worried. I have to eat before 7. So I converted today into a fasting day. So ಯಾರ್ದಾರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ they keep on, ಏನು ಕೊಡಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಮೆಣಸಿನ್ಕಾಯಿ ಬಜ್ಜಿ ಕೊಡಲಾ, ಅದು ಕೊಡಲಾ, ಇದು ಕೊಡಲಾ, ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ, ಟೀ ಕುಡಿತೀರಾ, ಸೊ ಕಾಫಿ ಜೊತೆ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಾ ಎಲ್ಲ. I'm going to tell you about all that later. So these are the things, okay? And then dry fruits and nuts. ತಲೆ ತಿಂತಾರೆ ಜನ ಅಂದರೆ ಡ್ರೈ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ತಿನ್ಬೋದಾ, ನಟ್ಸ್ ತಿನ್ಬೋದಾ? I go nutty with the nuts questions. Okay? Next one. So we'll get into that. Oh, this is so nice, ಅಲ್ಲ? ಪಾಪ 10 kg ಬಡವ್ರಿಗೆ 10 kg ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay? They are making them insulin resistance. I've written a nasty letter, but I've not got a reply. Next one. Okay? ಪಾಪ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಸ್ತಿದೆ. ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಐಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಕೇಕ್ಸ್, ಪಿಜ್ಜಾ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. Okay? Let's not capitalize on the hungry tummies and make them unhealthy. Please. Next one. Okay, oats. I had a lot of fight with my classmate. And he said, oats is very good for diabetes. Look at what happens to your sugar levels when you eat oats. Okay? There's a oats lobby. Rupal has exposed the fraud who brought your reference range. You know, whenever you take a blood test, there's a reference range. And the fellow who did the fraud has been arrested. It's not come out. Okay? He did all wrong. So don't look at the reference range. Look at the ranges that I've given in that handout. That is the right thing. What the community has, the reference range is based on a population which has 70% fatty liver. Okay? You'll start doing it. You'll understand. So oats is a bird feed, I believe. And in US, they had a discussion. They said, we will lobby hard and push it to India. And that's why we are all eating oats. Next one. So I just want you all to concentrate on the last part of it. Okay? These are called as negative grains. That is rice and that is wheat. You know about the wheat also, no? How the wheat came into India. We were not a wheat-eating country. And the carbohydrate fat, if you look at wheat, the carbohydrate, last column, fiber ratio is 63. Rice is 345. 345. I'm going to make you all calculate something. The only positive grains are your antic grains, antic millets. Okay, those first 5. Next one. Okay, I want all of you from now on to look at your mobile and do Google. And whatever you eat, chuck the total carbs. Total carbs and fiber ratio must be less than 10. Okay, less than 10. If it is more than that, your life is in jeopardy. Just calculate the whole day. Next one. Next one. Fruits. My mother used to argue with me, watermelon is very good for diabetes. Fruits is the most dreaded thing for us. Okay, look at the carb content. The only thing we allow is children below the age of 5 years, we'll allow them to eat apple, avocado, once in a way, raw bananas. Look at the carbs. Please check. You should become knowledgeable. In the next 1 week, you write your diary and see what's happening. Next one. Then high sugar diet. ಆಶಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಪ್ಪಣ್ಣ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಡೆಸರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಪ್ಪಣ್ಣ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೀನು ಫಾರ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 40 years. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸ್ಮೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸಮಯ ಸಬ್ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ there's a spread of desserts. We are so addicted to it. Mithais, cakes, pastries, foods with added sugar. Okay, Bonvita, coffee, ketchup. Recently somebody asked me lemon soda. Okay, you're not eating anything. Why don't you take lemon soda? Fruits are high in sugar. Fruits are a very concentrated natural sugar and may have added sugar as well. I could have discussed, fructose. The sugar in fruits is called fructose. It doesn't even go into the, other organ. It straight goes to the liver. And look at Wikipedia. In Wikipedia, if you look at it, fruits is extremely damaging to the liver. We didn't want to look at it. Okay? Now Google has, we have to pay for Google. Next one. High bad fats, omega-6 loaded oils. Fried foods, refined oils, corn, soya, sunflower, safflower, samosa, batata vada, medu bhajis, etc. I hail from a village. My father, paternal home is Benaknalli. That's why my name is Benakappa. And we love mensinkai bhaji. Okay? And then finally we tried to do mensinkai because I was desperate. We did mensinkai bhaji with ghee at home. And then I chucked my sugar. And it was 400. Okay? Never in my life will I be tempted to eat mensinkai bhaji. I'd asked my daughter-in-law to put that video. It doesn't work, I believe. I have a lady who's smelling the chocolates but eating the low carb. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹಿಂಗೆ ಲೋ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ ತಿನ್ನೋದು. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು? ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಡೆಸ್ಪರೇಟ್ ಟು ಈಟ್. Okay, veggies and all. Omega-6 causes inflammation in the body and changes gut microbiome. My current research I'm doing is something called gut microbiome anta. The moment the baby is put on breast milk, a gut microbiome. I was on 1 ml of express breast milk every week. I did it for 6 weeks, so that I wanted the gut microbiome, which is available only in breast milk. So we are destroying. It's called gut dysbiosis. Okay, I have a talk called guts to nuts. So what you eat, your brain. And then omega-6 causes inflammation. Inflammation andre aa photos torsidnalla, normal artery, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಚರಂಡಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಕಸ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಸ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಸ, ಹಾಗೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, this, he advertised for it. What happened to him? He had a massive heart attack, angioplasty twice he had to go. He underwent a coronary artery bypass graft. That is Saurav Ganguly. Okay, so now I don't think you're seeing much of the advertisements by the celebrities because we've gone in a big way. So these are all the wrong oils. We've been taking the wrong oils. We've been eating the wrong fats. Next one. Then this is something called as Kraft test, insulin response before and after eating. I'll not go into the details. Next one. I just want you to note that you are eating crap. Okay? 11 years later, you develop diabetes. Your sugar levels are same, but it will take 11 years. So God has given you 11 years time to arrest your disease process, and another 11 years to have over manifestation. So people will say, ನಾನು ದಿಮ್ಮಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನಗೇನೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ತಾಳಿ 11 ವರ್ಷ ತಾಳಿ. So somehow, every time, our Creator has given us an opportunity to correct ourselves. Next one. Next one. So now you start looking at, morning I was fine-tuning my PPTs. And a friend of mine came to see me. She's a cardiothoracic surgeon in our hospital, Dr. Rekha Matta. She said, Asha, you're working so hard. Shall I make a cup of coffee for you? I said, thanks. You're loading my body with sugar. Shall I get you some chips? Just see all this. Okay? This is what you're taking, the food item. This is your glycemic index. Look at the amount of sugar. And everything has carbs. Everything has carbs in it. Next one. Okay? Happy aging and healthy aging. What should you do? Be conscious of your age. Second one. I'm 60. I'm done with life. You should never have that attitude. Okay? You can all of you, in 3 weeks, if you follow what I say, I will be reducing your age by 5 years. I'll get into that later. Next one. Next one, get rid of medicines. I'm not on any medicines now. I'm on supplements. Then a list of medicines I've written down, emergency, the family used to know, even in my mobile WhatsApp, now it's all not there. I had to take metformin in the morning and evening, then I had to take GP1, I had to take GP Forte, then I had to take insulin, then I had to take so many things. Statin, Rosuvas, like that. Next one. Okay, what is insulin resistance? Impaired insulin sensitivity, tolerance to insulin, making the hormone less active. I eat chips. I eat soda. Then I had mensinkai bhaji, whatever. Each time, insulin is getting secreted. Pancreas is a very, very small organ. Okay? In your entire lifetime, it secretes only 1 gram of insulin. So what happens? All the insulin came out. That's why we are doing fasting insulin, which was not done, which should be less than 4. And then the hormone no longer acts. If I give you the example of a railway platform, the train, people have got the tickets they've gotten, the ticket collector is standing there, and there are another 50 people who want to watch the cricket match. The ticket collector is the insulin. And the people inside the compartment are glucose, people outside the compartment are glucose. Nuklagta ide. Accommodate ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ insulin. Then finally it gives up. Okay? And then what happens? More insulin is required to persuade fat and muscle cells to take up glucose and the liver to continue to store it. Okay? The fat gets stored. When cells in the body, muscles, fat and liver don't take up glucose from blood, it's called insulin resistance. Okay? Next one. See what happens. Your waist circumference, glucose increases, waist circumference increases, blood pressure increases, triglycerides increases, HDL cholesterol. High cholesterol must be high. But it starts decreasing. And people just tell you don't worry. The moment you have triglycerides, next would be you are prone for a heart attack. Okay, your liver is malfunctioning. You're in insulin resistance. Next one. Next one. Okay, fatty liver. So what happens? All the glucose that gets into the liver starts depositing in the liver as fat, and your liver becomes fatty liver, which is very casually told. Grade 2, they don't worry. Grade 3, don't worry. Then they ask elasticity of the liver done and all that. That's too late. Next one. So I'm not taking too much time on this, okay? I just want you to know what is happening from the you take very high carbohydrates, insulin is secreted, and that insulin goes to the liver, and from the liver it goes to the muscles, etc. This is the sequence. Next one. This is the wrong sequence because of all these wrong things. Next one. So there are many people who tell me, no doctor, I'm fine. They are called as tofienta. Thin outside, fat inside. I have some people who travel with me, they look very smart, very thin, but they have a lot of fat inside. Once we are fat, we'll say, you, I'm fat, and get our health checkup done. But these are very, very dangerous. Next one, they did a MRI scan, and they found that the fat percentage in such people was 23%, 24%. Whereas a person who was obese, it was just 2.6%. So be aware of thin outside, fat inside. Next one. So symptoms of insulin resistance, lethargy, tiredness, constantly ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಸಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಫಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಒಂದು ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಆಮೇಲೆ hunger, difficulty concentrating, brain fog. Okay, I had a colleague who used to travel with me from Bangalore to Harohalli. The moment she used to get into the car, she used to sleep off. So she was on high carbs, brain fog. She developed a miserable respiratory infection, you know. She must be around 30 years. And she was not believing in low carbs. Next one. Okay, weight gain, especially belly fat. That's why I gave the measuring tape. High blood pressure. They will give you one medicine for fat, one blood pressure, etc. Decreased level, etc. So insulin resistance develops into prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, increased blood glucose, and more of the classic symptoms of type 2 diabetes. Next one. So it's caused by all this. I've already told you. Next one. So insulin resistance will lead to that many diseases. I asked her, but she's very busy. A scientist, ISRO scientist, her name is Rama. She was to go for a knee replacement. Okay? ISRO or IIT Mumbai. And then Rupil told her to do low carbs. And then she said, no, I can't. Then finally, somehow she was convinced, and she did. No replacement, no blood pressure drugs, everything. She's doing perfectly well. She's lost 25 kgs. Okay, next one. All this. I have a patient now. She has not conceived. The family is heading for a divorce. She's got polycystic ovarian disease. Okay? And I'm so happy to tell you at the end of 6 months, she's become pregnant. I have saved a marriage. Okay, next one. Next one. I hope you all know that Alzheimer's disease is polycystic ovarian disease is considered as type 3 diabetes, and Alzheimer's disease is considered as type 4 diabetes. Next one. Next one. Just do that up and down button, na? Page up, page down. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? Okay. Rajal, page up, page down ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ವಾ? Because I thought just like that talking now, you would have got bored. More visuals, it will have be more impactful. Because a new subject. Nobody has started it in Bangalore. ಅದು mouse is not working with it. I'll just go. ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ? ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಹೇಳು? ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, you have not put it in the come this. Be in slide mode. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜರ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಮಾಡೋದು. ವಾ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ನವೀನ್? ನೋಡಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಪವರ್. ಹಾಂ, okay, questions at the grocery store. When I'm buying, whatever I'm buying, will the substance add more health? Will it nourish and repair my tissues, or will it reduce my health? Next one. This is actually the grocery store. My brother's wife bought and sent it for a daughter in our campus. She's doing medicine. Okay? So what is it? You're giving them garbage. I've given her 11 years time for her to develop fatty liver. Next one. Okay, we have different forms of low carb diet. I am on very low carb diet right now. Okay, you can sit and calculate whatever you're eating from morning till evening, calculate the carbohydrate content and you will find out. Next one. Okay, to prevent insulin resistance and its consequences like blood pressure, even cancer. If only I had met Rupil a few years back, Chitra would have really followed whatever I would have told her and I could have survived. We are treating some cancer patients by autophagy. I'll tell you that also. Next one. So insulin sensitive vegetarians, how to go about it, we will discuss this one. And remember, vegetables grown above the ground. You can take only that, not below the ground. Absolutely no carbs. Okay, next one. So decrease the carb intake to less than 100 grams per day. And even less, you will start doing it. Naveen is here, he will share with us. Then omega fatty acids, there are two types of omega, omega-6 and omega-3. If you take omega-6 and omega-3 in the right amount, you will not even get wrinkles. Okay? Now I'm working on a hypothesis that low carbs will make my hair black. That's why I've not colored my hair. Okay? So like that, omega-6 and omega-3, people go for all this treatment. And my friend, a celebrity, asked her to be her nutrition consultant and she refused. She said, if I go into celebrity market, I'll not be available to the community. That's the kind of dedication my friend has. So we have to increase the uptake of omega-3 fatty acid to 1000 milligram micrograms. Don't eat fried food, rich in trans fat. Okay? Then intermittent fasting, it needs discussion, then all this. Next one. Then all this, please sleep by 10 p.m. Meditation is medication. Okay? Don't go on taking medicines. Somehow get into the habit of medication. And then we're going to, I brought this resistant bands. I asked people, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸು? ನಾನು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ 10,000 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸು. ನಾನು ಇಡೀ ಕಾಸ್ಮೋ ಕಾಲಿಟಿನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ 10 ಸಲ ಓಡಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಕಪ್ಪಣ್ಣ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆಸ್ತೀರಾ? That's not the way you walk. You have to walk to build your muscles. Next one. Then carbs higher than will cause more insulin secretion, more insulin, more weight, more blood pressure, more stroke, all these things. You have all become experts now. And what is fasting is an attempt to reduce insulin. I have not eaten from 11 o'clock. Nothing. Okay, today, 11 o'clock. And I'll be eating only tomorrow, 11 o'clock. I'm on 24 hours fasting. Do I look tired, famished? Nothing. Next one, because I'm on a fat diet. Order of eating. What would you like to eat first? On that LA I showed you in the beginning. What would you like to eat first? Please eat proteins first. Yeah, but kosamris again I'll tell you. Please eat proteins first. Okay? The last should be carbs. Got the point? Next one. That's order of eating. There are different types of fasting. I have done 24 hours, 48 hours fasting. Okay? And I've gone to the gym, I've carried on my work, I've slept well, everything. Next one. How fasting helps. When you're fasting, your body gets good at using energy in the most efficient way possible, burning fat in the liver. In 2 weeks, liver fat is down. Just imagine. What an amazing thing in your own hand, no doctor. And remember, you must eat your last meal before 7 o'clock. Because the body switches off. Why are deaths happening at between 1 and 4 a.m.? Okay, people said, bathroom ಗೆದ್ದು ಹೋದ್ನಂತೆ ಹಂಗೆ ದಡಕ್ಕಂತ ಬಿದ್ದಂತೆ. heart attack ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ. It's because you ate late. Your body is sleeping, but you're making that body work. Bekere, you counter me. You have your dinner at 9 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, take a thermometer and check your temperature. It will be very high. Because body should have slept off, but it is active. One housewife gave me an example. She said, "Doctor, ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ನಾನು ಅಡುಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಸ್ರೆ ತೊಳೆದು ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಜೋಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಲ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ದ ಕಿಚನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಶಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಟ್ 7 o'clock. Somebody was telling me, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮಲ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಟರ್ಮರಿಕ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕು, ಆ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್, ಈ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್. Again you are pushing insulin. Next one. Then what are the importance of muscles? You have to build muscles. Okay, take your diameters. I have concentrated on calf muscle. Muscles are the only things in the body which can take up glycogen and save your liver, save your pancreas. Okay, improves insulin sensitivity, reduces cortisol level, stress hormone. Okay, and increases brain derived ivella learning, memory. We are talking about Alzheimer's. Tumba rampant agidya Alzheimer's, and increases confidence level. When I was off insulin and I was on low carbs, my sugar kept falling. And I had kept Dakshi. That's what my endocrinologist had told me. Rupil said, nothing doing. Climb the stairs up and down. And my son and daughter-in-law were with me. ಏನಮ್ಮ 3 ಗಂಟೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. I am raising my sugar level ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂತ. I have gone through a very tough time. I don't want any one of you to go through such things. We can make it easier. Next one. Okay, remember tunnel survivors yesterday. You know, what happened? They tried so many mechanisms. Through progressive, muscle building is not body building. Okay, it's a rehabilitating to progressive resistance. So this, I don't even call this diabetes. It's not called diabetes reversal or hypertension. It's called metabolic health. Okay, what all they tried? Approach to all angles and all types of tools. And once rat miners. Okay, just imagine. So like that, you have to start being conscious. Next one. Then autophagy anta. This, if my friend Chitra had done, she would have survived. Okay? Autophagy is you start fasting. There's one guy in America, I can't remember his name. He fasted for 1 year, alive, fantastic, beautiful muscles. I'll probably send his photographs to Kappada. He can share it with all of you. So autophagy is a beautiful way of getting back. I was doing 36 hours and 48 hours fasting in 1 week. Next one. Next one, these are the how to enhance what happens during autophagy. Next one. What happens during autophagy? You know, this is very, very fascinating. When you fast for 36 to 48 hours, your autophagy increases to 300%. I'm planning to go on fasting once, a little bit of my muscles, because I went in for muscle wasting. I did too much of fasting. All my wrinkles had disappeared. Okay? Next one. So you have to do that. What can I eat and drink during fasting? Absolutely nothing. Water. Okay? If at all you want, you can have salt water. Which salt? Pink salt. Not the iodized salt, which is there on the table, what we have. Remember that. Next one. Eating windows, Santa. My eating window was 11 o'clock. And the second eating window was, I should have it at 6, but it's not possible. It was at 7 o'clock. Since I'm with you people, I decided that I'll convert this into a fasting. So my next eating window is at 11 o'clock. You offer me coffee, Ferrero Rocher, chocolates. Nothing, I'm sorry. Because I have made myself 2 eating windows. Okay, because I'm 65 and a half. Shortly I'll be 66. Next one. Okay, what is ideal? All that I have given you those forms. You can Xerox it. So now we don't no longer talk about body mass index. We talk about what is ideal body weight. For men, 50 kgs. For every 1 inch after 5 inches, 2.3 kgs. Waist circumference, waist tip circumference. So if all this is increased, simple tape will tell you you have insulin resistance. Okay, next one. So prasada. Recently my friend told me, Doctor, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣೋತ್ಸವ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಧ ಕೆ ಜಿ ಕ್ಯೂವಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲಡ್ಡು ತಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ತಿರುಪತಿದು ಅಂತ. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್? ನೆವರ್. Okay? Rupal is working on this and saying, why should the prasadas be sweets? Okay, I never ate it. Okay, nor do I give it to my driver. My driver is also on low carbs. Next one. We are all eating high carb, high bad fat, low protein, low good fat diet, a poor intake of ghee and all that. And omega 3 omega ratio should be 1:1. Next one. Next one. Prioritize your proteins. Okay? 50% of your proteins must be from animal source. Next, you can have proteins from nuts and seeds, seeds rich in natural fruits. Fats, next one. This is a fabulous instrument. So I put my husband on CGM, continuous glucose monitoring. He said, Ragi tindre ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಪ್ಪಿಟ್ಟು ತಿಂದೆ ಅವಲಕ್ಕಿ ತಿಂದೆ sugar shot up. It's going to tell you every minute. Worth the investment. 20,000 with the reader and 4 sensors. Okay? In 2 months, you will become so knowledgeable. Bedappa antira. Next one. This is CGM. I was on CGM for 6 months because I had to experiment on myself because I had to go to the community like that. So healthy fats. Okay? In YouTube, there's Benjamin Bickman. Please read about it. Do not fear fats. He said, prioritize your proteins. Do not fear fats. Cut your carbs. Okay? And these are the things. All the cooking in my house now is in ghee. And nothing has happened. All my values have come down. Next. Okay? Supplements for healthy aging. All of us should have these supplements. Next one. Number 1 is magnesium. Believe me, at 5 p.m. I carry it in my purse, magnesium capsule. Every day at 5 p.m. I take my magnesium. I have one of the fantastic sleeps. This is available only on online. Okay? It is supplement. It is not a medication because our food doesn't contain magnesium. So this is what it does. Next one. Then causes of magnesium deficiency. Next one. Signs of magnesium deficiency. You know, it takes 3 weeks for the effect of magnesium. Suddenly you'll start saying, "Ena Raman Satapa, Nidya, I sleep like a baby. My muscle fluctuation, so many things." Okay, next one. Then supplements, omega 3 or omega 6 fish oil. It should be 1:1. This is the only one. Cod liver oil will not give you anything. Okay? Papa, many rural, yararo togonta idare cod liver oil alla. We want that, adal kansala anside. Docosahexaonic acid. DHA and EHA, all these are there. This is the only one, again online. Okay, next one. Vitamin D3 and calcium supplements. Okay, take vitamin D3 if your vitamin D level is less than 40. Don't take it unnecessarily because it goes and collects on your heart. I was on vitamin D3 on alternate weeks, but now I'm off vitamin D3. Okay? And I knew that calcium should not be taken. I never take calcium. Best thing is stand out in the sunlight from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock. That's the only time when you get ultraviolet rays, just for 10 minutes. Okay? That's the best way of getting your vitamin D3. And you know, none of our doctors told us how to take this vitamin D3. They told us you put it in the tumbler with water, mix it and drink it. No. You must cut the cover, put it on your tongue. It immediately dissolves. Again, be cautious only when your vitamin D level is less than 40. Next one. So, get into reading nutritional labels. The moment you get something, read it. For example, today I was permitted to take high-fat milk with my coffee during my eating window. It was so nice. For 1 year, I was only on black coffee. And I read 100 ml of orange packet Nandini milk. Now, even better is cream milk, still higher. Shubha is here, she'll share with us. Carbs is 4.8, fats is 4.6, protein is 13.8. ಹಂಗಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸೇ ಬೇಡವಾ? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪದಾರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. Calculate your proteins and you decide what you want. And then you chuck the carbs and ensure that it is less than, depending on you, 100, 50, etc. Next one. Okay, digital detox. I beg all of you to do digital detox. Let us help society, our children, by digital detoxing. Social connect and communicate is extremely important. We are losing out. Ajji kate heltilla. Maklan tapkonta illa. So many things are happening. That's altogether a different thing. You know, there are people working on this. Next one. I request all of you to Google. Please don't think that everything on YouTube is right. Okay? All YouTubers are not authoritative. All YouTubers are not scientists. And this is Dr. Arun Gupta, my dear friend. He's working on the junk push. This is available online. Please read it. How the junk is getting pushed. Next one. And what are junks? You know what? This is Naveen and Naveen's wife Asha are here. They sent me this picture and said, Madam, Nodi, buy one, get one, Angala, 99 rupees ke 395 euro 99 rupees anta. I just shared it with one of my friend. Can you believe it? She has come all the way from one place, one district, to Bangalore to buy this. See how markets are ruining your health. Next one. So I'll quickly go through it. Ultra processed food and anything in a cover, anything wrapped up, anything which is processed. Manel now mado adge is the culinary expertise. I thought Pinkai is ultra processed, but not so much. Next one. Adru bagge idella. Okay? So ultra processed foods is becoming a big, big problem. Bonvita, everything. Next one. Okay? Risk of increasing ultra processed food consumption. Next one. See how our stars endorse all this. You know that we should not be drinking that, isn't it? Next one. See all this. Next one. So, junks antivi. Junk food, ultra processed food, inappropriate, caffeinated, color, sugar, sweetened. Next one. Okay, some of the recommendations on junks. Next. Next. Okay. You know that old saying, if you want something you have never had, you have got to do something you have never done. You're giving up sugar and starch, but in return, you'll get your life back. See the Ardha Nareshwari, there's a story about it, I've forgotten. I borrowed this PPT from my dear friend Dr. Devji. Next one. Okay, then while I'm here, please take your vaccination. Okay, you all did COVID vaccination, you stopped at it. You all have to take annual influenza vaccine, Shangrix vaccine, hepatitis A vaccine, typhoid, because once you get the illness, because of our age, because we didn't take proper nutrition, we're going to be killed. So we can organize an adult vaccination program here. Next one. So these are the various vaccines. I'm not going to spend time on that. Next. I just want to create an awareness. Next one. Okay. So I hope you will all be healthy and you'll all be aging happily and no casualties. Thank you very much. I finished on time. Switch on the lights. And if there's anything, first I would Naveen, do you want to share? I have Naveen here. Come here. Yeah. He has, in 3 months, reversed his diabetes. Just share, first of all, what made you get the investigations done? You look so smart.
So, good evening, everyone. So, first of all, thanks for arranging this such a beautiful means interaction session along Asha ma'am. So, I just touched 40. Um, we met Asha ma'am 8 years back with my baby girl born. So she is a pediatric that time, and we are keep on following up her even for my second kid. I got two kids. So the day passes well, and when we see Asha ma'am, I think on June or I think June, after a long time, we got amazed. We see her after a long time and felt really amazed with her body transformation, and we surprised and asking her how this transformation happened. So she given all the journey what she has done from November 2020 to June, and even she suggested us to go for a means random master checkup, but I'm just keep on postponing, saying because I'm a cricket player and totally active in my yoga and everything. even that active day-to-day activities. I was just gone for an test, and I was diagnosed with diabetes and even the fatty liver, type 2, and totally shattered, and I collapsed myself. I don't have any hopes. We went to a nearby local physician, and I just consulted him, and they told you have to be in lifelong some medication. I don't know. I do not remember what is that. And immediately I came back to my home, and I lost all my hopes. And I was questioning myself what I did wrong, even after all my active work and healthy diets. But what I was eating was, come to know, was wrong. Like daily, I'm rice, ragi, etc. And with a small hope, me and my wife name is Asha, she's there. She took me immediately to Asha ma'am, and we given my report. And surprisingly, ma'am read all my parameters. She also shocked, and she gave some, don't worry, I'm there. That is the only two statement I still remember, and now, means now also. And yeah, those are the hoping words. I think I can't get it from anywhere, from anyone. So with that saying, I started my journey with LC, low carb, and 21 days was very hard for me. Um, it was happened only because of ma'am and my wife. Both names are Asha. Still, whenever I see myself on my mirror, I will just thank to Asha ma'am and my wife Asha. So Asha has changed my life completely, and gives my life back. And after 21 days of my hard journey, I just got, the insulin tested. It was amazing result, and I got into 150 range. Um, and even we communicated to ma'am, and she was so happy. And I slowly started my fasting as well, intermittent fasting. That is the only hope, and you can break through your insulin resistance thing. And I strictly following nowadays with intermittent fasting of whatever, like 18 hours, 20 hours, means I'm keep on doing it. Now the recent recently last week I got tested myself, and it is under 110. That is the best result what I get in my this 85 days of journey. It was very wonderful journey. It is hard, but I enjoyed myself, and I keep myself active throughout the day. Earlier it was very hectic, and my body was not so active throughout the day. Since I am working in IT sector, it was very hard um, in my meeting and all. Nowadays I'm fully active, and every day I'm getting a new energy kind of thing. Yeah. So this is my overall experience. What I have went through, it's with the help of Asha ma'am and this LCH. Yeah, it's yeah 3 6. I was scared to put the glucometer because I'm not sure about what to eat and what to not. But luckily, strictly I followed on high protein and fats. Since I'm a non-vegetarian, I think the result came easily. And yeah, now I got my hopes back. My family is happy. My parent, they're never diabetic, but the way they felt on that day was very is annoying. And nowadays they are also happy, and the way I am following, they are also start following in a bit, little bit, even though they are means 65 plus. Yeah, I'm just recommending everyone. Not recommending. I'm not very. I think I'm very small to preach all you people, but yeah, I think what is the main conclusion is. what we have in our food day-to-day life, that is the only thing what we can means we can start, we can means overcome, and yeah, and even for your kids and small younger ones who are all growing up, um, we have to we have to give immense knowledge on this low carbs, or means avoiding this junk food and all. I think our next generation needs all this knowledge to carry on. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for the opportunity, for providing me to speak here, Kannan sir and Asha ma'am. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Why I bought this resistant bands? In Decathlon, you get resistant bands. Okay, my father and mother are heavy into cards. They are my father, late Dr. Venkappa. Even when you're sitting, you can just do your cough rise on the table. And Rupal was teaching an 85-year-old lady just on the window. And then you do like this, see my muscles. Okay? So you have to do resistant bands. And I'm concentrating on my calf muscles, and it's developed so well now. My HbA1c, which was around 12, 8, etc., now it is 5.3. So even when you're sitting, I'm not coming in the way of telling you stop eating. Stop playing cards. Maybe that's your entertainment. You can keep doing. No, you can feel your muscles. You can take a tape. Next time if you want, I can get Devji and Rupal. Rupal is the only person to whom she listens is me. I can get her. Okay, she's now very busy. I'm very grateful to our PM who got her to this country to do so many things. And January 1st, Low Carbs USA is entering our country in a big way, Bangalore. They're going to be it's going to be a profitable market. So I want all of you to consciously decide from December 1st, what are you going to do? Take a diary, write what you're eating. I wish Kapana had Xerox the nutrition chart rather than my biodata. Okay, any doubts? Yeah, I'll send it to Kapana right away to his mobile. Okay, right now I'm on intermittent fasting. It is not what you talk about keto. Suddenly somebody was talking about film stars because it's going on YouTube. I'm not telling the names who died. Okay, it is 8 hours and 16 hours. You got it. So I eat my uh, so-called dinner at 7. And then I eat my brunch, breakfast and lunch at 11. The duration is 16 hours. The 16 hours duration is between your last meal of the day and the first meal of the day. I want that to be very clear because some people are doing it like this, daytime. Quantity, when we calculate your protein, Naveen was telling me, we have to calculate based on your protein. Okay, now I've increased my protein to 90 grams. I was on 80 grams protein. You can't eat it. Never. It will kill you. Okay, I don't mind sharing. My lunch at 11 o'clock is 5 eggs. 5 whole eggs. It is brunch and it is lunch. Breakfast and lunch. 5 whole eggs. Each egg gives 6 grams of protein. So 5, 6 are 30 grams I got, no? I have to get another 10 grams. So I eat cauliflower. Everything is cooked in ghee. So nutritious. Okay, yesterday, for example, in some thing, na, I ate the curds first. I have 100 ml of high fat curds, which I showed you has got 12 grams of protein, right? So the rest of the thing was paneer. So I couldn't stomach it. Naveen had that problem. You feel so full, you feel so satisfied, you don't eat it, but you have to take it. Otherwise, muscle wasting starts. And muscle wasting is dreaded problem for us above 60. Okay? Please remember, in intermittent fasting, the gap at morning 9 a.m. to evening 7 Allah. The last meal of the day should be before 7, and the first meal of the day should be 16 hours grab. ನಾನು 12 hours ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. Do at least this much. Your eating in window is 8 hours. 11 o'clock I ate, then I ate at 7, 8 hours. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡೋ ಇದು ತಿಂತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ, ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ. ಹೌ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡೋ ಅಂತ? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಎನ್ ಅವರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಪಾಪ ಅವರು ವೈಫ್ ತಿಂತ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಗಂಡ ಕಾಫಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಮಾಡು, ಅರ್ಧಂಬರ್ಧ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. So in that half an hour only you should eat. So I keep everything out. I start eating at 7, I end it. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸಾರಿ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಈಟ್. I rush inside, I eat and come out. It has to be in that half an hour. You can't stretch it. Once I had sent a message to Rupil, no, it is 5 minutes, 10 minutes little late. How will my body know it anta? No, Asha ma'am, it has to be. There is a circadian rhythm in our body. Bodyಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ಇದೆ. That's also very interesting. There's so much happening across the globe, and it's all in our hands. In 3 weeks, just follow what I'm saying. I mean, I had a lot of Naveen when he came. He brought his father. His father was, was ಒಂಥರ ಮಗ 65 ವರ್ಷ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮಗ ಅಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ರೈಯಿಂಗ್, ನಂಗೆ ಈಗ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಸ್. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ನಿಂಗೆ 40 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ನಂಗೆ 37 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಾಂಗ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್. ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲಕ್ಕಿ ದಟ್ something happened, and I call Rupil my angel and my God. Here Shubha is here, she'll tell you. So I just put up there, for the vegetarian, the protein is animal proteins. You should have, the source is cheese, paneer, high fat curds, okay? But somehow accept eggs, because things will reverse very fast. But if you are insulin sensitive, maybe little bit of pulse, dals, ಈಗ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. So if you do it, Naveen could reverse his diabetes in such a short time, less than 3 months. Okay? Because it's non-veg. 100 grams of fish will contain 18 to 22 grams of protein. Okay? Chicken has 22 grams. Liver meat you should take, not the red meat. Liver, this one. So it's very easy for non-veg people, but for vegetarians, please somehow accept eggs, because your health is very important. Yes, I have taken it, because I'm a nutritionist basically. I was into pediatric nutrition. I used to advise all my patients not to eat the egg yellow. But now, egg yellow is very, very important. Egg is the only one which is complete protein. And the whole egg with lemon will give you 40 nutrients. What is complete protein? One that contains 9 essential amino acids, which are to be taken externally. So we are vegetarian, but I shifted over to egg. Egg is the only thing I take. And in any form. I take scrambled eggs, omelette. My daughter-in-law makes so many different things. I really can't stomach the smell. But still, I had to reverse. All vegetables grown above the ground. No, you can buy it, but you soak it either in potassium permanganate crystals or little salt, so that it's supposed to take it out. But actually, government is working very heavily on this. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you, you have so much of external toxins. Don't internalize the toxins by having high carbs. No, little bit, very little. You make a potassium permanganate. ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ. You can do it, no problem. Those are a little, how much are you using? Hardly much, alva. That's okay. But definitely no potatoes, beetroot, carrot. Oh, you. Beetroot, Google, please. Just Google. No, we will do that exercise. Can somebody, you have a mobile? Please check Google nutrition facts about beetroot. I wanted somebody to do it. Just So that you get into the habit of checking what you're eating from morning till evening. Maybe about a half an hour. ಸಾಲ್ಟ್, ಕಾಮನ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್ ಪರ್ಮಂಗನೇಟ್ ಉಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಸಾಕು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ ಇವಾಗ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೇನು ಅಷ್ಟು ತುಂಬ ಇದೇ 11 ವರ್ಷ 22 ವರ್ಷ ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೇನೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಫನ್ ವಿತ್ ಗಾಡ್. Nobody. Even for the young children, we don't advise. Below 2 years, we say something below the ground, but after 2 years, nothing above the ground. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, my favorite was puliyogre. Tamarind is very rich in carbs. Tamarind. Google ಮಾಡಿ, just learn. Naveen, can you help me? Where are you? I can't see you. Can you just Google on beetroot? Huh? 10 grams of carb. Huh? Okay, carbohydrate, fiber ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Calculate the carbohydrate fiber ratio. So at one end you're looking at the carbs. It contains beet sugar. Yeah, so total carbs plus 3.8 net carbs. So like that you should start calculating. Yeah. So ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಏನೇನು ತಿಂದಿದ್ರಿ? ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ತಿಂದ್ರಿ? ಯಾರು ತಿನ್ನಲಿಲ್ಲ? ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ? ಶ್ಯೂರ್? ಓಕೆ. ಏನು ಕುಡಿದ್ರಿ ಕಾಫಿ? ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು? ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಇತ್ತಾ? 100 ml? 7 point, straight, she got 7.5 grams of carb. Okay? ಆಮೇಲೆ if you have ಕಡಲೆಬೇಳೆ, look at ಕಡಲೆಬೇಳೆ, anything, ತೊಗರಿಬೇಳೆ. I had reactions to ತೊಗರಿಬೇಳೆ. And since most of you, I don't think 20,000 would be a lot of money for any one of you. I think you better go for a CGM, continuous glucose monitoring, and then you decide. So, yeah, when do you say reversal? When your fasting blood glucose is less than 100, postprandial is less than 140, 2 hours after eating. So if I've eaten one masala dosa, ನಮ್ಮನೆ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ತಟ್ಟೆ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಹೋಟ್ಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಂಡೇ 2 ತಟ್ಟೆ ಇಡ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಶಿ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಿ ದಿಸ್ 600. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಒಂಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ನವೀನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಶಾ ವೇರ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಕಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅವರು ಇವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಶೇಕು, ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ರಂತೆ. ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 5 ಸಲ ಕುಡೀರಿ, 6 ಸಲ ಕುಡೀರಿ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೂ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಪುಷ್ ಯು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ಲೋ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್, ಮೈ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ 3 months. ಜನ ಸಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕಣೆ, ಏನು ಹೆಂಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ, ತಿನ್ಬೇಡ್ವೆ, ಯಾವನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಕ್ವೈಟ್. ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ನವೀನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಏನೂ ಹೇಳಬೇಡಿ. ನಾವು ಇಸ್ ಮದರ್ ಇನ್ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಮೀ, ನಾವು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೆಟಲ್ ಡೌನ್. ಒಂಥರ ವಿ ಡಿನೈಲ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೈಕಲಲ್ಲಿ. 3 weeks ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಸೋ ನೈಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. ಕಪ್ಪಡ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ do it, and then you will get back to me. Yeah, you can take curds. Now, milk, you can, we will see what is your, because milk alli lactose irutte, 7.5 grams, straight sugar. High fat curds alli, you got the good fat, but you also have carb, but it is less. And fermented carb is not as dangerous as straight carb. You got my point? Lactose ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮೋರ್ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಫರ್ಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಕರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬಿಯೋಮ್ ಗಟ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು. ತುಂಬ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟಚ್ ಅಪಾನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೋರ್ ಹೊಡೆದು ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಮ್. ನಾವು ಎವ್ರಿ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ 100 ml ಆಫ್ ಹೈ ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ 4 grams. So you should be targeted to protein. Can I know your height? Height. Nimda height ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 5.6. Quickly calculate, Shubha. 50 kgs plus 6 into 2.3. She helps me do the analysis of the reports. My daughter-in-law gives the diet and all that. We have done a team. 2.3 into 6. 6. 12, some. So 50, 63.8 should be your weight. What is your weight? So you're overweight. Now 64, calculate 1 gram of 1.2 grams. We'll calculate 1 grams. So you'll have to take 60 grams of protein. We're calculating at the rate of 1 gram for you, just to make the calculation simpler. So you'll have to take 60 grams of protein. So initially for Naveen, because he was going on saying, Nanga agala, breakfast, lunch, dinner, we did it 3 times. After 3 weeks, I made him only 2 eating windows. So at 11 o'clock, you'll have to take 30 grams of protein. At 7 o'clock, 30 grams. So how will you take, if you take 100 grams of high-fat curds, you're getting only 4 grams of protein. If you're taking 100 grams of paneer, you're getting 20. So 20 plus 4, 24. You're still running short on 6 grams of protein. So you can take 100 grams of cauliflower, capsicum, tomato, etc. Okay? Tofu contains estrogen, very rich source of protein, but it contains estrogen. Men have lost their mush, women have lost their breast, and it's very dangerous. Good you asked. Pulses also have carbs. Which pulse you want? You have insulin resistance. I've become such an expert now. I can make out, Get your things done, fasting insulin. How do I calculate my insulin resistance? You take your fasting blood glucose, divide by 18, multiply into fasting insulin, divided by 22.5. It is called OMA IR. The formula, ಆಮೇಲೆ Xerox ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಯಾರಿಗೋ ಒಂದು I think I finished all my forms. You take fasting blood glucose. If anybody has a fasting blood glucose report, we can analyze it. Naveen, what was your fasting blood glucose for when you came for the first time? ಜೋರ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. 340. Okay, divided it by 18. 18. What was your fasting insulin? 5? No, fasting insulin. Fasting glucose, fasting insulin. So yaru fasting insulin madala. So fasting insulin namge milligrams al barutte. 340 divided by 18, you'll get it in millimoles and barutte. ಅದನ್ನ ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ಇಂದ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ 22.5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 4. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 4, ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾಸೌಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಫ್ಯಾಟಿ ಲಿವರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥೌಸಂಡ್ಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. ಯಾರೋ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, ಯಾರೋ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ವಾಟ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ, ತೊಗರಿಬೇಳೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ತೋರ್ ದಾಲ್, ಸಿ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಪಲ್ಸಸ್. ತೊಗರಿಬೇಳೆ has too much of carbs. It has got 22 grams of protein, but carbs is quite high. Just check. I don't remember how fat. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಗೋಧಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನೇನು ತಿನ್ನಲಿ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ತಿಂತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ 100 grams. ಹೋಲ್ ಡೇ ನೀವೇನೇನು ತಿಂತಿದ್ದೀರೋ 2 ಸಲ ತಿನ್ನಬೇಕು. ಏನೇನು ತಿಂತಿದ್ದೀರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದರದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸು, ಪ್ರೋಟೀನು ನೋಡಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಡಿಡ್. ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ತೊಗರಿಬೇಳೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಂಗೆ ತೊಗರಿಬೇಳೆನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ, ಹೆಸರುಬೇಳೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮಡಿಕೆ ಕಾಳು 10 grams ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ ನನ್ನ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿನ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪದಾರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಿ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೆವರ್. ಅಯ್ಯಪ್ಪ ಭಯ ನನಗೆ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ. ನಾನು ದಿನಾ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿಂತಿದ್ದೆ. ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲಿವರ್ನ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನೀವು ವಿಕಿಪೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿವರ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ, ಇಟ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ಸ್ ದ ಲಿವರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರುಕ್ಟೋಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್, ಶುಗರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸುಕ್ರೋಸ್, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ನಿಪ್ಪಟ್ಟು, ಚಕ್ಲಿ, ಕೋಡ್ಬಳೆ, ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರು, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್ಸ್. ಮೊನೊಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್, ಡೈಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್, ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ನನ್ನ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಾಲಜಿಸ್ಟು 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಅಮ್ಮಿ 2 ನಿಪ್ಪಟ್ಟು ಹೊಡಿ ಅಂದ. ನಾನು ಹಾಸನ ತಿಂಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಪ್ಪಟ್ಟು ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದು ತಿಂತಾಯಿದ್ದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಪ್ರೌಟೆಡ್ ಚಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್. ಯಾವುದು? ಯಾ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ 6.2 ಗುಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಆರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದ ಒಂದು ಫಿಶ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ ತೊಗೊತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರಿಜ್ಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಂಗ್ರೀಡಿಯೆಂಟ್ ರೆಫ್ರಿಜರೇಟರ್. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ಫಿಶ್ ಆಯಿಲ್, ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ 5 ಗಂಟೆ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್. ಎಸ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡನ್. ರಾಗಿ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ 20 grams. ಜವಾರ್ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ 5 ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಫಾಕ್ಸ್ಟೇಲ್, ಬನ್ಯಾರ್ಡ್, ದೋಸ್ ಕಿನೋವಾ 5 ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಿನ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಕ್ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್. ನಿಂಗೇನಾಯಿತು ರಾಗಿ ತಿಂದಾಗ? ವೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಶೇರ್? CGM ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನೇನು ಶುಗರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು? Your sugar. So he's undergone a stent, 4 stents. He supposed to have gone for a bypass. ಲಕ್ಕಿಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಒಂಥರ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಕುಟ್ಟೋಗಿದ್ವು. ಟ್ರೈಗ್ಲಿಸರೈಡ್ಸು, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಮ್ಮು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಮಿ ಅಪ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂದ, ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿದು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಮ್ 900 ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಶುಭ, ನಾನು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೈ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂದ ವಿ ಆಲ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ದ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್. ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಈಸಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. Tablet, capsule and granules. Okay, you must take only granules. It should metabolize on the tongue. Nange gottirlilla actually. So when my friend came home and she saw me mixing it with water, she said, my God, what is this anta. So adana packet na cut ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾಲ್ಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 2 minutes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. I don't want to comment on anybody. Currently in India, we are only 3 people who are doing adult nutrition. That's myself, Dr. Rupal, Dr. Dev. That's why I showed only granules. Yes. Yes. Because their mental health was too good. Okay, there was enough natural environment. I said environmental health. It was too good. They were eating only 2 times a day. They were talking to each other. ದಿನಾ ನಂಗೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗಳಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಜ್ಜಿಗಳಿಗೆ. ಅವು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಸೆಗೆ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು ಹಾಲು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕುಡಿಸೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೀನು ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡಿತಿತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು PICU ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇರೋ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಆಚೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅರಟೆ ಹೊಡಿತು. Yes, that's why the last slide I said, no, if you want to be healthy, change your lifestyle. And we don't you think we have so much stress, agitation? You know, believe me, I mean, not because Rekha is here. When Chitra was there, I did not need any companionship. ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 10 ಸಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೋಮ್ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ 1000 ಸಲ ಕರೆದ್ಲು. ಅವಳ ಮನೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದು. ಹೋಮ್ ಥಿಯೇಟರಿಗೆ ಬಾರೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನಿಗೆ ಡ್ರೋನ್ ಪ್ರತಾಪ್ ಕರೆದಾಗ ನಾವಿಬ್ಬರು ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ. But now I'm finding it so difficult because professional life ಅಲ್ಲಿ my professional friends are very jealous. Let me be honest. Okay, and the rest of the people, housewife ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೀರೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಡವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೋರ್ ಹೊಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. You know, like that. We have to build in ನಿಕ್ಕಟ್ಟು, communicate, connect, talk to each other. We are... I just now told, no, dry fruits is desiccated sugar, too much of sugar. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರೈ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. Nuts, I just told you, no, cashew nuts ಅದೆಲ್ಲ, ದ ವೆರಿ ಅದೇನಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೋಕ್ ಇಟ್, ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೈಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬರೀ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಡಯಟ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಒಂದು ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ, ನಾಟ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಸಲಾಡ್ಸು ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಹಣ್ಣು ಕಪ್ಪಣ್ಣ ನಿಂತಾಗ ನಾನು ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಹಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೀ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೋ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಹಣ್ಣು, ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ ಮಧ್ಯ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ತಿಂತಾಯಿದ್ವಿ. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಡಯಟ್ ಎರಡೇ ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡೋ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಮಧ್ಯ ನಂಗೆ ಹಶ್ವಾದ ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಹಣ್ಣು ತಿನ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂತ. ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಹಣ್ಣು ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಹಣ್ಣು, ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ, ಈರುಳ್ಳಿ, ಕಪ್ಪಣ್ಣಗೆ ಇನ್ಸುಲಿನ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಆಯಿತಾ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೋಗಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಯುರ್ ಆಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಜಾನ್ವರಿಲಿ ಲೋ ಕಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್ USA ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕ್ ತೆಗ್ಸಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಶಿಸ್ತಾಗೆ ಬಿಳಿ ಚರ್ಮದವನು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡೋದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1 ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಲ್ಲಿ 4 grams ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇದೆ. ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ನಂಗೆ ಹಶ್ವ ಆಯಿತು ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿನ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಯು ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಯು ದ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್. ಯು ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಲೈಕ್ Shubha was my neighbor. She was doing all wrong things. And then I made her buy Amazonally 200 rupees ಏನದು ಫುಡ್ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಲು, ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಲು. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ವಾಸ್, ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೆಜಿಟೇರಿಯನ್, ಪ್ಯಾಥಟಿಕ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಶಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್, ನೀನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನಾ? 65 grams protein. So she is doing that. Okay? Okay, thank you very much. I hope all of you have changed something in the next 3 weeks.
ನೋಡಿ, ಹಲೋ, ನೀವು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಬ್. ಈಗ ಇವ್ರ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ತಿನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕುಡಿಯೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹೇಳಿ ನಾಳೆ AGMನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಗಲಾಟೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ನಂಗೆ ಮೊದಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆಶಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಕರಿತಾನೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಏನೂ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್, ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್ ಏಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂದರು. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಇರೋದು ಅವ್ರು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಬಾಸ್ಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಕೊಡೋದು ಬೇಡೋದು ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಬೇಡ ನಿಮಗೆ? ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಬಿಲ್ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಫೀಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅವ್ರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ AGMನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಪಕ್ಕ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫೋಟೋ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಎನಿವೆ, ಜೋಕ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹಾರೋಹಳ್ಳಿ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಹೂ ಟುಕ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾರಣ ಇದೆ. ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಸಸ್ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಬ್. ನಾವು ಈ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಫೋಟೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಸಸ್ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಇದೆ, ಇದು 3rd ಫ್ಲೋರ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಲೋರು, ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಫ್ಲೋರು. ಏನಿವೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾದ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ನೇಮ್ಸ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಡೂ ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ ಎನಿ ಗುಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕುಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಅಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಮಂಜು, ಏನು ಹೊರಟ್ರ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ, ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು?
ಇಮ್ಯುನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು.
ಇದು ನಾನು ಎರಡು ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್. ನಂಬರ್ ಒನ್, ಹಲೋ 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 ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಚಾರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಹೂ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಕಾಪಿ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್, please collect it. Mr. Ramurthy is our general manager at the office. Anytime you can call him or meet him, collect the ring. ನಾನು ಕಾಯಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ರಾಮಮೂರ್ತಿ is available from 11:30 to 7:30 every day in the club except on this. ರಾಮಮೂರ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಿ, ಇದು ತಗೊಂಬನ್ನಿ. ಏನಾರು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಲವಂತ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟೇ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್ಲು ಸರ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ, ಕೈಂಡ್ಲಿ. ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೆಮ್ಯುನರೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ತಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೆಮ್ಯುನರೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದು ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರ, ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತ. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ನಾನು ಐ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮೀಟ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ಅನುಭವ. ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬೆನಕಪ್ಪ ಮೀಟಿದ್ದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಅವರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕೆಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.